In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create this popular wall finish, concrete wall finish inside of Revit. Let's go. And of course, before we get started, I would just like to ask you to check out my website. I'm going to link it up just below this video in the description and also up in the cards above. That's where you can find all of my Revit courses where I take the extra time to go slowly step by step and explain all of the complex and interesting topics inside of Revit. So make sure to check it out. Okay, so now without any further ado, let's jump straight into Revit. And here we are in Revit, and what I'm going to do first is just place a wall. So for that, let's go here to the wall tool, and then I'm going to pick out the generic 300mm wall type, and let's place one wall segment like so. Then I'm going to hit the escape key a couple of times. I'm going to orbit it around, zoom in a little bit, and then let's set the height to be perhaps 3 meters or 3000 millimeters. Okay, so once we have this wall placed, now let's apply the concrete material. Now we're not going to be getting that full effect just from the material itself. You can do that with the material, but I think it's very much kind of more realistic if you go with an actual 3D effect, and that's what I'm going to be showing you. So anyways, let's now go here into edit type, and then here let's close down the preview, we don't need it. Go here to structure, go to edit, and then let's find a concrete material. Now my favorite material to use for this is if I just go here to AC materials, find concrete, and let me just find it here. So I think it's, let's see, yeah, these ones, the lightweight and the high strength, I think they have the best kind of image quality. So I'm going to load it into our main materials and then just click OK. So it's going to apply that material, hit apply, OK, and this is what we have. Okay, so now to get that desired effect, first we're going to be using some reveals. So you want to go here to the wall tool, open up the drop menu and find the wall reveal. Then you can come in here, you click, and it's not going to show at first, so you can just click outside, and then here you have that wall reveal. Now obviously this is way too large, so let's create a smaller one. So what I'll do for that is I'm simply going to go here to File, New, and then let's create a new profile family for a reveal. So you want to use either English metric or English imperial. I'm going to go with metric, and then I'm going to scroll down here and find my profiles, and as you can see here we have this reveal profile, so let's use that one. Hit open, and as soon as it opens up, it's actually very simple and straightforward. You just come in here, you can see this basically kind of marks out where your wall is. So you can just come in there, use the line tool, and use a simple rectangle like this. Hit the escape key a couple of times, and then for the depth, I'm not going to go too deep. So like 5 millimeters, I think it's more than enough. And then on each side, let's go with something like, can we go with 10? Or perhaps go with 5. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think we can go with 7 perhaps. I think it's going to be a bit more interesting. 14 in total. Yeah, even 10. So it's basically up to you kind of how wide you want to make this. So let's go here with 20 on this one. Okay, so once we have this, then you want to save this. So you just go to the save icon, find the folder here, name it, and hit save. So once you have that saved, then you can load it into the project and close it. And now once it's in the project, if I go to the 3D view, I can select that profile. I can go here into edit type, and then here under profiles, we should have that reveal profile. Then I can just click OK, and now we have that smaller profile. Now let's set it to be actually 800 millimeters from the bottom, just like so. And then what you can do, you can go to one of the elevations. So let's go to northern elevation. Okay, and then here I'm just going to copy this a few times. So copy it up 800 millimeters, 800 millimeters. There we go. Hit the escape key a few times, and then you want to add the vertical ones. So you just go again to wall, reveal, set this to vertical, and place it like that. Click outside, and then select it. Set this to 800, copy, and then again just 800, 800, and so on and so forth, as many times as you need that. Okay, so this is what we have right now, and it does look really good, but we also want to add those dots that appear here. So to add those dots, you have to create them as separate families. So let's go back here to File, let's go to New and create a new family for that. So for that, you want to go again to English metric in my case, and then let's find generic, and here we have these face-based. So I like to use these families because they're kind of really versatile. So let's use that, hit open, and now I know that the depth is going to be 5 millimeters. So I can just go here to extrusion, circle, and then let's see, so that was 20 millimeters. So here perhaps we can go with 50, we can even go with 20. Yeah, let's actually go with 15. Okay, so we have that, and now the extrusion end is going to be -5. Hit apply. Okay, go to the 3D view just to see what that looks like. Oops, not that 3D view. So you want to go here to the 3D view. So you can open up a 3D view here. This is what we have. Now I've accidentally modeled this as kind of a regular extrusion, but you can change it here from solid to void, and then hit apply, and then you can just use cut geometry to cut this from this. And now you get that circular kind of dot or button void, I guess you can call it. Okay, now again it's time to save this family, so let's call it our small void. Save it, load it into the project and close it. And now it's just a matter of placing it here on the face, just like that. Okay, so once you have placed one of these, what I like to do is I like to go to the elevation view, and then here you can adjust it. So what I'm going to do here is move it, and you can select the center, and then you move it here, just like that. Then I'm going to move it off to the side by, let's go with 30. Oops. There we go. And then you want to move it up by 30. Perfect. So I think it can even go further. So extra 10 perhaps up, and then extra 10 off to the side. Yeah, I think this now looks really good. Then what you want to do is you want to mirror it to the other side. So you just go here to mirror. Let's see if this will work. Copy. There we go. It will, but now you also want to move it a little bit. So by 20, I think, is the value of this. Yeah, perfect. Now we can select both of them here. Go to mirror again around here. And then we can move those as well down by 20. Oops, that was 15. So let's try another 5. Okay, perfect. So now once we have these dots here in place, now what we can do is we can just select them. So let's see, is this the correct? Yeah, it seems to be correct. Okay, so now I'm just going to select all of them, go to copy, multiple, pick this point here, and then just copy them down here and here. So once we have done that, now I can make a big cross selection of all of them, go again to copy, copy from here to here to here to here and to here and to here. Perfect. And now we can go to the 3D view and we can see what that looks like, and this is the end result that we were looking for. So there we go. That's how you get that concrete effect, and I think it looks really, really well, and it wasn't really that difficult to create. Now if you want to download this project file as well as the families inside of that, you can find that on my Patreon page, which I'm going to link up just below this video in the description, and then also up in the cards above. That's where you can find all of my Revit project files. I've got over 500 files so far, and I'm adding new ones with each video. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to check out my website, balkanarchitect.com, for more Revit courses. There I have over 120 hours of content, and I'm adding more each week. Make sure to subscribe for more videos, and also I've added a video over there that might interest you as well.